Wow, it's not easy to start. Last night, I just got a opening speech last night, but today it's not easy for me at all. As you already can see, today we take the topic for tonight is the Boergers FPT 30 years look back. Over 30 years in the partnership with projects only and our consoles. We have a lot of visitors from US. And particularly with Eileen and Wally, we have a bunch of dinner and party together. But tonight, the dinner is very special. Even more meaningful because, as I said, this is the time for us to look back a journey, 30-year journey between Wally, Eileen, and FPT. We got a lot of memories, a lot of story to tell, and indeed, we've been telling that a lot over the last 30 years. And I bet tonight we're going to continue talking about that, non-stop for sure. But with that being said, I just want to have like opening for our dinner, special dinner tonight, and all the story, all the sharing, I just leave to the next sessions. So in order to start, I would like everybody to look at the screen. And let's look back, short movie about 30 years.
Years ago, 13 young boys and girls from FSU had an opportunity to come to America with nothing but only greenness and desire for learning. Eileen accepted and mentored them. March 2002, the first project launched. Wally and Eileen came to Vietnam. The very first trip was so filled with a lot of memories for all of us. Mộc Châu became legends with mosquito net house on the steel. Wally had made FSU and FPT leader restlessly freaking out when he went across the street himself, then walked through Daegu to center of Hanoi alone. 2004, the first on-site trip of Việt Anh and My Anh internally built the brand Boergers. During the next 13 years, intern on-siter, leader of FSU and FPT have visited project Portland or stay in their house. Eileen and Wally have always received us as family members, making Portland our second hometown. For many outsiders, Wally T-bone dish is the best. The business had its ups and downs, but Eileen was always the one who advised and guided to overcome the most difficult times. 13 years since the first project was the storage of knowledge about business and American working style. We have built a strong and confident team in the US market. And though not 100% of us can speak English with consonant, we have grown and taken many important and difficult projects with US clients. From the first 10 people, now we already have more than 200 people have been raised from our house project OFTC G2. Over the years, Eileen and Wally have had more family members in the team as son-in-law and daughter-in-laws, and especially grandson and granddaughter. For our kids, grandparents in the US are very close and estimable. 13 years is not a short journey, but for us, it's just like yesterday. A new chapter is opening in the future. We wish Eileen and Wally all the best, and wherever we go, the image of Portland and the Boergers will always in our kids' heart because mom and dad are there.
In 2000, in the year 2000, we decided that to remake our business, we needed to remake our business, the project side of our business, and so we wanted to outsource. Because in my experience, I had done a lot of outsourcing as a software development manager. And so we thought, what are we going to do? Should we go out and find a place and create our own group? Should we go and partner with somebody and have them manage a group? And then what country should we go to? So I did a lot of research, and I knew all the countries that I had worked with. And then one day, an American, Mark Geiger, introduced us to FPT because he had been working with FPT and said, why didn't you consider Vietnam and FPT? And honestly, my first reaction was, Vietnam? Really? Because I really didn't know much about Vietnam other than because of my age, the war. And so I researched Vietnam and where it was today at that time. And I talked to some other companies that had already started working in Vietnam. No soccer companies, but at least some other companies. And what I found was a country that really was remaking itself. And it was a country of people that it was worth talking to and seeing what they really had. So then we met with FPT, and what was impressive about FPT was the I'll call it the attitude. Okay, the attitude of really wanting our business, wanting to get work done, and trying to show us how good they could be as a partner of ours. And so after comparing Vietnam and FPT to other countries first and then other companies, we decided that Vietnam was probably the least risky place for us to go to, and that's because when we looked at things, Vietnam was a country that was safer than a lot of the other countries that we were talking to, didn't have as many people that we had to compete with, so that was good for us. And so we said, let's do it. So I decided that we would go ahead and partner with Vietnam and FPT. And it was one of those decisions that people go, really, Vietnam? But I can tell you that after all these years, it was absolutely the right decision. Okay. So, but what did we face? What did we really face when we first started the partnership with Vietnam, particularly in the marketplace and with the team here in Vietnam? The biggest difficulties we had were the fact that the team was so young. I mean, at that time, the members of the team were all under 30, and with some of them with only just out of college, and some of them with a couple of years experience, maybe 3 years experience. So it was the youth, and when you're selling in the United States, youth doesn't sell. People like people with experience. And the other thing was the English was not really very good. Okay. I mean, I'll never forget the first day I met the original team, and they started telling me all about themselves, and I thought, oh, we really have a problem with English. Okay, so those were the two biggest difficulties that we had, but still, did that sway my opinion? Not at all, not at all, because what I also found out about the people in FPT and the people in Vietnam was an attitude of really wanting to do the right thing, really wanting to prove that they could figure out how to do something, and they would be able to do that. The intelligence to be able to figure out what needed to be done and get the work done. The very strong work ethic, the ethic to work and do whatever it took to make something happen. And the culture of the whole team, I mean, the collaborative culture of the country really showed in the team at FPT. And so with all of that, it gave me the faith to say, we can do this. And it gave me the faith to work with the team in Vietnam and to work with my team in the U.S. and to work with our clients and be able to sell and deliver what we with FPT.
In 2001, I got a very first business trip to the US. I was so excited, but I didn't know what to do at all. And on that trip, I had a meeting with Eileen Boergers, the VP of Projects, very first partner for FSOF at that time. Eileen agreed with Ainam, FSOF CEO at that time, that she's going to help us. And the best ways is to bring the on-site team to stay with her home, her family. Over 13 years, 86 different FSOFers have been at her home, the Boergers Inn. And Wally and Eileen had become dad and mom for our team. English speaking with consonant and the way to work with American are big things I've learned from Eileen so far. Eileen said, all I've done is just to convince the customers. These guys can do it. Just give them a chance. And because of that, we have a good chance to grow over the last 30 years. Most of the Eileen and Wally's kids at that time now have been growing very much in their professional career. Several of them now are executive for not only FPT but also the other companies in Japan, in US, Singapore, Vietnam, and we are so proud of it. I don't want to say goodbye to Wally and Eileen today because I know it's not true at all. All I want to say is that congratulations to you, Wally and Eileen, on completion of your Vietnam explorations. I'm totally sure that we're going to meet you again in US very soon. Not so many people in their whole lives could meet the master who can help them to figure out their own way. We are in those lucky people. And once again, I would like to say thank you very much, Wally and Eileen.
I'm not sure I'm going to give Wally the microphone because we all know what he's like, right?
I've got my list.
So, one of the things I wanted to do was, people, Vietang and all of you have been so kind in thanking us for what we have done for you. But one of the things I just wanted to make sure is that you all understand how much you have done for us. Our whole family, Wally and myself, our daughter, our grandkids, our son-in-law, the whole family, my mother, all of you, so many of you knew, grandmother, we would have never thought that this type of relationship could actually happen with a partner overseas. And what it's done for our lives is just enriched us so much. Just learning about Vietnam, the culture, meeting all of the people, and then having an extended family. It's amazing to me that we have had 86 people at our house, that you all call us mom and dad, that your kids are our grandkids, and my mother is your grandmother. It's just incredible to me. So our lives have just been enriched immensely from this, and so I want to thank all of you for everything that you have done for us.
I'm going to start out with Wally's World Rules. This is when you come to visit. Number 1, water in the sink, not on the floor. Turn fan off when after you use it in the bathroom. No smoking in the house. No exit out the back door after 11. No food eating on downstairs. Use coasters always. On the pool table, always break the thing toward the center of the house. No massage shots. Massage shots. And turn off the gas stove properly.
Do you all remember the rules?
And then if I see something new coming along, I can add a new rule here or there. But, and then, of course, some of the fun things I had here was Nam, when we first came here, the first day we were here, we saw the Tower of Hanoi, and I started looking for the famous game of the Towers at Hanoi. Towers of Hanoi. Couldn't find it in Hanoi, which I couldn't believe. And And I looked all over the place, and then he made up one for me. And then I saw some kids playing with tops at right across from the Tower of Pine. I said, gee, I wonder if I can get a top. And so we started a whole rendition of the tops, the gyroscope type tops and stuff like that.
I want to add to the top story. The real time that Wally was able to learn how to play with the tops was Nam and Long Phuong came over and they were in a parking lot at 11 o'clock at night.
Showing him no, that's not the way to do this. This is the way. And then there's, of course, Mayang, teaching him how to drive, teaching him how to play golf, teaching him how to play tennis, teaching him how to play mahjong.
Teaching him how to play piano.
And a lot of others to play mahjong with grandma.
Teaching him to remember his passport, not leave it in Sun River.
Yeah, skiing and only Sue was the only one who didn't fall in Sun River. But he was a dancer. But yeah, it's been great, and thank you all for all the great stuff you've done. Whatever. That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. I want to say today, not to Eileen and Molly, because you guys have a chance to talk to them. I want to tell to young people at this outlet about how we start. Actually, projects and Eileen, it's very much like the origin of the FPT's FSU1 now. Start with team about 5 people, 10 people. Now you guys have about, how many people you have now?
Totally more or less more than 200 people already work under.
No, not for Air Force US one, Air Force or the US one.
No,
about 2,000 people. Understand? You are the first one. For the business, it's impossible to imagine about 15 years ago. It's from the very simple meeting at the Marriott Hotel, and now we will come to 2,000 team. But I have a 3 story I want to share. My first meeting with the projects at the time was the Peter story. And I went together with him to Bachang. Bachang is near Hanoi, but he never goes there. My first trip to Bachang also, together with Peter. So Peter like very much a vase, big vase, about like that, And he asked it how much it is, how much it costs. So the vase like that cost him only $50. Very cheap. Oh, why so cheap? But I said that, okay, very cheap, but you cannot bring it back. From Bachang. But now, they... Spirit of cooperation, like a friendship in us.
Thank you very much.
But it seems to me that we already have a very close relationship. Yes, I think maybe the first time I remember, Eileen came here and she talked to me about how to improve the English in the Lens team. So, so still talking now. So she cares not only about the business, but also how to develop short people. Yes, and every time after that, she came here and sometimes with Wally, and we Usually we meet, maybe very briefly, but still we have meeting. So last time I remember Eileen said that it's very lucky if we have someone in the family baking. So like my wife. So today on behalf of my wife and me, I give you some things that my wife baked.
How do you take?
I give ideas.
He recommend the idea.
He better.
Yeah, Valentine. Yes.
In the Boergers Hotel. 3 years ago, I have a chance to visit Oregon and visit Boergers Hotel. The first time I come to customer's house and stay there with some F-Soft named Nam and Ha and another guy in F-Soft. So I come to Boergers Hotel and I feel like a family. And the next day, I visit the ship in PT boat. Yeah, very impressed. And I learned one idea from Miss Eileen. On the way to back to the airport, I asked her about how your teamwork and in your company. And you tell me that the company annually have a day the child can come together to work with the parents. So when I come back to Vietnam and I apply this idea for the FPT small. So this the third year we organize one day for the children of FPT to go to FPT and can have to observe with the parents, so understand well about the FPT and love FPT. So thank you very much for this idea. Yeah, it's is a symbol of Vietnamese education. It's in the first Vietnam University, Văn Miếu. Yeah. Yeah.
Temple literature.
Yeah. So we teach a lot of FP staff in countless a lot. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I think we have a privilege to work with Eileen 30 years ago to know Wally. I think in little check in Boergers Hotel, I think 3 years ago, 2012, before that. So what I want to say, just want to say thank you. I think many things to thanks to Baham. I think first thing is one thank you very much for the revenue you brought us in 13 years ago. The money is very important. We were starving at that time, so your money helped us to survive, helped FPT software to survive. Big thanks for that. The second one is thank for coaching. I think now we are inheriting a generation of FPT software people manager coached by you. In working and in living baseball stake, a lot of things, all things are medical. So thank you a lot. And last but not least, I'd like to thank you for being part of FPT software. I think your name and your stories have been written in our history books. So today you may say it's a farewell party, but I don't think this is a farewell. You cannot leave. You can check out anytime you like, but you cannot leave. You will stay with us. You are part of that. Thank you. I think I have to ask you to come again. Say have a small event.
So this speech is made by rice.
Just in case you're wondering, these are our grandchildren, so this is our favorite picture.
Very simple quiz game about the Boergers and FPT. Okay, to know who knows the best about our stories. Okay, the first quiz is, what is the first project with Boergers?
Lột rồi, lột đây rồi.
I know.
Medellin Hospital is the correct answer. Yeah. It is the best hospital, it's not animal hospital. That's what he said. But this is a not lion. Yeah.
Very confident. So, who knows? I'm looking for a hand. A hands up.
Who can answer? Come on, guys.
Very difficult, but very easy. Who now? Is it? No. Is it you? Okay, so what was he thinking?
I don't think he's thinking.
I think that she thinks whether to go to the toilet or not.
Actually, the design for will be first time mathematics or whole project, and you are the person who came and took us there. So I don't know exactly what man was thinking at that time. I believe that he's just thinking about.
The same day. Next day she came back to the office.
Please. Please, no question, please.
I think Eileen first saw me dancing queen.
Eileen, is this true? Is it correct?
I love that song, but no.
One, the young guy, the young handsome guy.
I think your favorite song is Unchained Melody. Is that correct?
Correct?
That's correct.
We have very strong emotions here.
Toe for TOE.
It's very good Vietnamese pronunciation.
So man should definitely come up here and read the sentence out loud. But we all knew.
So Eileen and Wally, they teach me a lot of things. Not only English, but also golf, driving, how to cook fried rice for my wife, everything else. But and piano, yes, piano. And I try to speak it out. I still drop the consonant, but let me try. You can help me, right?
This is her.
Okay, it starts with
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. He asked me,
Yeah, he finally got out because Viet Ang started yelling at him. And so when he got out, and lo and behold, he found out that he was dying going out in 0 degrees. So I didn't like that.
I came from the tropical country, early in Vietnam, and it's below 0. And it's in the midnight, on the way to the Sun River, and it's really cold at that time.
Yeah, I mean, the story about Sun River is still much longer because the snow story is just only one. And on the night there, first time ever we watched the movie, for myself, I watched the movie Forrest Gump in English, from English to the end. And the day after that, when we left, after we left Sun River, my forgot his passport at your house over there. And you remember, we went together to the Roseburg, and it will take Wally easily to have a day to go back to the Sun River and take the passport for my. So this is.
You look like him.
những thăng trầm thời gian.